GM, we are live. And Chris, no worries. People are free to unsubscribe. I do think sometimes like bot accounts like subscribe to stuff and then YouTube does their purges. So occasionally we see the numbers fluctuate. At least that's what I tell myself. There. But appreciate you so much, Chris. Truly do. Go AZ Cards, GM. Hey, GM to you. Go AZ Cards. Hope you're having a great morning. I hopped in the DBQ and was waiting for 9. So I'm actually going to hop into a main BR that's waiting for 5. All right, I'm hopping out of that. I don't know. I think the bum hunters might start coming in. I guess I'll sit in this for a minute or two. We can go over some news yesterday as people filter in. I guess we don't have to do a draft immediately off the rip. Hey, Joel, GM to you. Appreciate you coming in, hanging out. Likewise, Greg. Good morning. Hope you're having a great day. Hey, Merck's Cards. Appreciate you so much. I was catching your stream while eating breakfast this morning. Merck's Cards over. Part of the Fantasy Sharps with Pat Moore. Appreciate you so much, Merck's Cards. Great stuff as always. And it was actually super helpful to watch your stream because I have not done a dog bowl since Big ETR came out. So it was helpful to sort of preview some of the landscape, which is going to be quite different from yesterday's drafts. And I think we did pretty good here. You know, I was forced to justify my my Ashton Genty affinity. And you know what? Big ETR showed up on our side there. So they are high on Genty as well as Chase Brown, another guy that we were getting a little bit of pushback on. So pretty happy we got ahead of market there. Emmanuel Wilson, we grabbed some early shares. His ADP has begun to steam up. What's he at now? So I guess 48.8, but my understanding is that this is a little bit illusory. I don't think that's where he's going to go, but we'll see. So I'm trying to think if there was another back that got a good bump. Aaron Jones got a good projection. That was one Crutches was on, and I sort of tailed him. Made a good compelling point on Aaron Jones. I think we're going to see him continue to rise up. One that we did not get it in great, and part of this was I misread the Tootin situation. Was Etienne. So Etienne, I think we have some shares that are not the best price, but you got to take the good with the bad. That's why we do these early drafts, you know, to get those combos. And we're going to draft a lot of bad teams, but drafting early enables us to get out ahead of some of the moves. So I think we overall did pretty good there. Go AZ Cards, because Wake Up Crew sickos are drafting now, hoping to catch you 2 minutes. I was wondering, I was waiting for 9. I was like, I wonder if there was like an underflow room, people trying to, the bum hunters all stuck together. So I don't know. I hope that room's going well though. Jake says, what is Big ETR saying? Yeah, we went over some of that. But yeah, Chase Brown has a pretty big projection. I think like over 16 points. So we will see. That is it seems aggressive, but I simply know better than to argue with them. They have like literal data scientists like doing this for a living. So I will defer. I will defer when it comes to mathematical projections. I know better. Illusory, come for the alpha, stay for the vocab. Hey, it's a good word. It is a good word. I think it fits in a lot of these drafts. You look at the ADP and it's totally fake. Brian the Goober, GM to you. Appreciate you so much for coming in, hanging out. Hope you're having a great morning. Brian, by the way, famously defeated me for some really nice set of cards from Fantasy Sharps channel. So congrats to you, Brian. The wheel spun your way, but hope you're having a good one. Crutches did end up coming around to Chase Brown and Genty, but still hated. Yeah, no, I know you were, because I saw you had been taking them. But yeah, the Genty click's not comfortable, but again, and I don't know what's the secret sauce in the ETR stuff, but for me it was just like the running back facing a turnover machine. But and the Browns defense doesn't tend to travel as well as one might think. Hey, Steven, GM chat. Hey, GM to you, Steven. Appreciate you so much coming in, hanging out. Wilson still needs Jacobs to sit, so I'm on the other side of that bet. We'll see. Yeah, I guess just in my mind, Jacobs is sitting and the market hasn't accepted that yet. But if I'm wrong, I'm going to have about 25% of dead teams at this point, because I think that's roughly where I am. I guess if people want to see, I've done 25 DBQs. I'll let you can see the exposures. QB is not super interesting. Most of this is like stacking related. Not too overweight anyone other than Darnold and Caleb a bit. That's probably a little more Darnold and Caleb than I want to be at, but I do like those guys a little more than market. So we got ahead of things on Aaron Jones, Javonte, Genty, Wilson. A little aggressive on Tracy, a little aggressive on ETN. Kenny Gainwell, of course, is a little bit of a bet that Warren might sit. Willing to make that bet. If Warren sits, I think he is a smash. And not too much else. I thought I had more Chase Brown. I guess I only had two Chase Brown teams, but only did 25 drafts, so not like a huge amount of volume. We got down. T. Higgins. I forget what ETR had about Higgins. I have to imagine he's projecting well. And then tight end again, trying to stay flat. I like Kelsey and Henry. I think they're like kind of the tier of their own, and then it gets pretty flat at the bottom where it's just praying for touchdowns. Yeah, especially with the Burrow news, and that's a good point, Crutches, about the Burrow news. Burrow practiced in full yesterday, so it's possible we get Joe Burrow starting, which is a little crazy because I thought that was completely out of the question. As of yesterday, he was still marked with an out. Yeah, so he still has an out tag. So I wouldn't draft him yet, because if that doesn't change to a Q tag, like you're just going to eat a 0 if he doesn't play. But that definitely could be shaking things up. Brian says 35% Chase Brown, 30% Genty through 25 drafts. There you go. Crushed it on the Chase Brown side. I actually thought I had more. I really thought I had more than 2 Chase Brown teams. Maybe I just the chat made fun of me every time I took him, so I had to stop. Is QJ unclickable with Shedeur playing QB? I don't think he's unclickable. The Raiders have their own turnover machine at quarterback. Like it could just be the grossest game ever. And I don't rate the Raiders defense as being anything to be afraid of. So they're going to want to run the ball a lot. Like and we know Judkins has like all the talent in the world. So I don't mind the Judkins stuff. I'm a little lighter on him. I'd rather have the Genty side, but I don't fault the Judkins people. Methodology, morning chat and chat. Hey, Methodology, good morning to you. Appreciate you so much for coming and hanging out. Thanks again, Methodology. Good morning, Math. Yeah, Methodology is GM Math. Everyone's rooting for Methodology to get to Kansas City. The people want it. The people are demanding it. Shedeur isn't a turnover machine; he's a sack machine. Well, the two things can go hand in hand. We all know the sack fumble bonanza that we could get from Shedeur, but yeah, we'll see. I just whether he turns it over or they go 3 and out and have to punt, and those still can be pretty short fields. Methodology, hey, says hello to Brian. All right, so we're off. Let's see. Can we get a top 3 pick? Oh my God, we got the 1.1. So the other news is I believe Big ETR has Gibbs at their 1. So I will capitulate because I think Gibbs is going to end up flipping Taylor by the end of the week. So let's see who we got here. We got Goods. We got Mr. Worth. We got Crutches. We got Merck's Cards. We got Methodology, Gunnar Ross, and JT Vinegar. If I didn't catch you, let me know if you're here. But yeah, heck of a room as always. Glad we could fill it. And let me roll through chat here. Crutches likes to Gainwell bet more than Wilson. I think relative to cost, I see that. But I guess my issue is I think Warren is more likely to play than Jacobs. But I feel like you are much more in the camp that Jacobs has a real shot to play. So I feel like that's like where I'm at. But I think relative to cost, though, Gainwell is still quite a bit cheaper. Where is he? ADP of 64. So I don't know. I haven't been in rooms since ETR came out, and I don't know what they did with him there. All right, let's see. Gino is a turnover machine facing a stronger defense relatively. Yeah, I mean, again, you can. I have no problem with the Judkins stuff. I think I have a couple Judkins teams. Mythology saying GM to Steven. Watch Pat Moore stream last night. Thanks, Mr. Kendall's got 3x 1.1 on the stream. I mean, you know what? Friends helping friends. That's what it's about. Go Easy Cards. But I'm glad you got some 1.1s. I'm glad to help with the reboot the RNG machine. Unfortunately, Crutches is having no such luck. Arcs Card saying thanks, stopping by. Go AZ Cards. And at Mathology, GM to you, Goods. Hey, good morning to you, Goods. Hope you're having a great one. Likewise, Gunnar Ross. Good morning. Yeah, Mathology. It is a great show that they have, and they do know ball. Like I truly recommend it. It's cost adjusted, and Jacobs is free, so a swap. Yeah. Again, I think. What is Jacobs going at now? He's. I'm blind. 48. Yeah, I wonder where he's actually going to go. My thing with the Jacobs Wilson stuff is neither. Again, I'm not sure where they're going to go today, but when we were drafting them like back to back in the 5th round, like 4 or 5 turn, neither of those are right. Like one of them is out, which is fine. You get the swap, but the other is 15, 20 picks. Like it's going to go 15, 20 picks higher when we figure out who's starting. Like I just don't understand not like taking one of them every time. And I feel like we should have. I'm at like 25 or whatever percent. I don't know how I don't have even more. Because I feel like those kind of bets are like what win you these things, because you just get combos that are going to be impossible later on. Crutcher says, yeah, feels bad to jam Gibbs 1.1 since the literal first draft, but keep getting 7 to 12. You do, Crutches. You do. It's actually a pretty good bit. I mean, you've moved up one. You moved to the 8. So maybe now you're in the RNG bucket where you're going to get some 5 to 8. And hopefully you can keep on sliding down here. It was fun, Berth. Thanks. When are you switching to playoff best ball? I think probably... I was planning on doing it this week, Chris. But being that this is like the last week of Dog Bowl stuff, I'm going to probably stick with mostly Dog Bowl because I think most people are looking for that, and it's going to be gone. Whereas playoff best ball, we're going to be doing until like January. So we'll have a lot of time for playoff best ball. So no worries there. Playoff best ball Wednesdays. I mean, it's yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll break it out by day or anything. But I'll kind of want to see what people want to do. I do like the playoff best ball stuff. I've done a few drafts and they've been pretty fun. I forgot the tilt when someone just takes like a one-off lion when you have like the lion stack, and it just makes no sense for them to take like a single lion, and you're like, why did you do that? So it's pretty solid. It's a pretty fun tilt that I forgot about until this year here. All right, so we've got Gibbs keeping the board up. Things to note, yeah, Judkins at 18 is a little early. Chase Brown at 13. Again, we saw we see this start to move up. I know Crutches was taking him in the 2nd round, so not surprised to see Chase Brown now this high. Etienne kind of this low. I was taking him at the 1-2 turn, which is not good, considering now he's continues to slide. Again, I really thought Teuton was going to be out, and that has not borne out here. Let's see what Vogie Bear leaves for us. So he takes Mahomes. I think I'm going to grab Genty here. Because I do think he's my favorite. No, I should just take Javonte. I'm just going to take Javonte. We'll do a, you know what? I'll do Javonte Lamar. I don't have that much Lamar. Lamar's, people are very worried because the Ravens play next Thursday on Thanksgiving. So there's some concern like that they will blow out the Jets and he won't be playing. But if they blow out the Jets, then it's probably because Lamar was nuking them, unless it's a Henry game, in which case we weren't getting home anyway. So I will not buy that FUD. I feel like it's kind of a weird galaxy brain view, like that they're going to be on a short week and are going to rest their starters. I don't buy into that. So, so we got Gibbs, Javonte, and Lamar Jackson. I don't mind this little start right here. All right, let's see. Crutches says, to be honest, 8 to 9 is fine to get Saquon or Rice, but 11, 12 are GG go next. Maybe I didn't mind them 11, 12 when you could get like Wilson and, whatever running back was going there. But, Ken Walker, Ken Walker's been going in the 20s, but there was a little bit more depth at running back that I think is now getting pulled up to where 11 and 12 are a lot harder, and you could get away with like receiver. Feels a little thin now. Jaden Higgins coming out party tonight. Oh gosh, I haven't even really thought too much about tonight. It's Bills, Texans. I really, to be honest, have not looked at the showdown stuff or the primetime slate, but it could be, hopefully, for our big board bags. Super KC stack, since they won't get a bye week. We did a little Super KC stack yesterday. We did a worthy Kelsey Mahomes team that I quite liked. Mythology says, Crutches agree, 11, 12 feels like we're donating. Yeah, again, I'll be interested to see how some of these post. Aaron Jones was another guy that you could get in this, 36, 37 range. And now if he's really being pulled up to around 33, that's going to be tough. So, go AZ Cards. Gunnar Ross, I forgive you for sniping Caleb for me since you ended the draft with Burden. I did one Caleb Burden team yesterday, and I don't know. I don't know if I can continue to get there, but we'll see. It's like kind of fun. It's kind of fun. Definitely a spike week guy in Burden. Does seem like he's finally won the job from Zacchaeus. So Good says, I got Etienne in the third late last night. Dear Lord. Yeah. I really thought that he was going to be okay, and the market is soured on him. Tootin could be an interesting Q-Tab swap if Jacob/Warren doesn't play. Yeah. I think if Tootin is healthy, and he's gone completely undrafted, so that's kind of an interesting call there. I don't hate that. I really don't mind that. Sneaky Q-Tab move is worthy. Missed practice yesterday. Yeah, that's been kind of his cadence all year, is he has this like ankle thing, which like the first I remember of it, he like got off the plane, because were they the team that played in Brazil? I think like week 1, he got off the plane and his like ankle swelled up. It was very odd. But all year he's been like off and on the injury report with that ankle. So I don't know. I'm assuming Worthy's fine, but nothing surprises me anymore with the way injury news is so badly reported. Like apparently Steph Diggs had like broken fingers or broke a finger, and like we just found out now, and this happened weeks ago. Like I think he's fine now, but it's just like the reporting is terrible. Taekwon wouldn't be a terrible swap. I think it'd be tough for me to get there, but I guess if Worthy were to miss, yes. Yeah, I guess I'm just assuming Worthy and Ken Walker was the play. Yeah, Ken Walker, I never really saw much cheap Ken Walker. And people always said Ken Walker was cheap, and then he really hasn't been that cheap. If a team blows out a team, they score more points than projected. Yep, that's what I'm saying. It's not like NBA where they play a whole heck of a lot less. All right. Well, I think I just take DK Metcalf here. That seems good. I kind of just want to lock up my tight end. Andrews is a little weird because he might actually like come back to me. There's a decent chance I can take Andrews with pick 72. The question is are any of these receivers worth it? I'm not a Mooney guy. I think I'll die on that hill. I mean, Pittman. I think there's enough scrolly receivers to where I'm just going to grab my guy Andrews here. And you could say, yeah, I could always just push it to likely if I wanted. But I'm kind of into Mark Andrews this week. I did want to get my stack. I'm a little lukewarm on some of the Colts stuff. I don't hate it, but I don't know. I think I'm willing to like just take a flyer on someone fun in the last round and see what the room gives to us there. Hey, Jets Drop Bombs, GM to you. Appreciate you coming in, hanging out. Likewise, Sladen, appreciate you as always. Gunnar Ross was stuck. Uh-oh. I don't know where you picked. I like this team. Higgins, May, Wilson, Henry. That's pretty nice. I like Hunter Henry at 38. I feel like that's a good price for Henry. I think he projects very well as well. Well, the Etienne 1-2 price was Tootin being out. Yeah, exactly. And I misread that situation myself. I really thought Tootin was going to be out. Him showing up yesterday in a limited practice was a surprise. Jake says one way to survive the 12 is to take Monty and hope he has a 3-touchdown game. That is always a possibility with Monty. And the coach, they did come out and say they wanted to give him more touches, but I feel like that's like the 4th time I've heard that this year. But we will see. I mean, the matchup is there. It can be very hard to predict whether, when it's a Monty week, but when they come, that's also my secret alpha for Thanksgiving Day slates on DFS is depending on the slate. And I haven't looked at this one. Like nobody ever does Monty and Gibbs, but it can get there sometimes, and it's kind of fun. People don't like to use the Monty Gibbs thing, but you get those run heavy Lions games, and both of them can go off like they did against the Ravens earlier this season. So you can get different. I don't know. It's worked for me in the past. But I don't know what the slate is, so it could be bad this year. Tieran says Dallas and Eagles defenses are not what people thought they were early in the season. Both are stacked, especially Eagles. Yeah, I mean, that is the one concern on the Dallas side is there's definitely some systemic risk there. Maybe Kelsey ran him over on the runway. You got to think this is Travis Kelce's fault. He probably did, accidentally stepped on him there. No chance. Walker often goes undrafted in the Wildcat. Yeah, that is not surprising. It's crazy how different the 6 persons are than here. A lot of really awesome names just not going drafted. Pretty ETR thinks Cleveland Vegas will be close via their projections for Genty. Close game, 25 touches each for Genty, and Judkins says go AZ cards. Yeah, no, we definitely like that stuff. And yeah, we're seeing Judkins here at pick 18. Andrews is my highest exposed tight end behind Kelsey this week, says Brian the Goober. All right, well, that's good news. Yeah, I wonder what the room kind of thought of that there, of taking Andrews over the receivers, but I don't know. Maybe Pittman or Mooney would have been better. Jared says Kelsey is a smash. I agree. I'm pretty high on Kelsey this week. I missed what Gunnar Ross's. Oh, you were talking to Go AZ card. Gotcha. Maybe Andrews will outrush Lamar. Yeah. What I'm doing is I'm stacking the Ravens ground game by taking Jackson and Andrews with no Derrick Henry. I think that's actually how you play the ground game now. It's the new meta. Go AZ cards didn't make me stuck with you. Yeah. Well, we all know draft integrity is the most important thing here. Hartman, hey, GM to you, appreciate you so much. Hanging out. I'll go over some teams when everyone wraps it up. Crutches has to take a receiver. Has to take a receiver, and so does Vogie Bear. So we will see what comes off the board. Crutches takes Trey Tucker, who I must confess was not in consideration for myself. Yeah, there's some fun stuff you can do. Let's see what the room gives to us. Oh my gosh, this guy risking it all, taking Trey Benson with the out tag. There you go. Pretty risky there because if he doesn't get a Q tag, this guy will eat a 0 if Benson doesn't play. And if Benson does play, I think there's going to be a lot of teams swapping like last round Jacobs to Benson. So I don't think it's worth the risk because I don't think you're doing what you think you're doing by doing that. All right, let's see what Voki Berra does. There's a name I want some more of that I really don't like. I was between Dobbs and Jacoby Myers. A BTJ coming back. I'm gonna buy the Jacoby Myers thing. He was on the last the team I qualified for the Dawg Bowl. I was in the 1 hole and I was a Jacoby Myers team, so maybe some good vibes there. But I do like the Myers stuff. I'm okay with it even if Brian Thomas is back. That is a game environment I want something of, and so I think at pick 72 you could definitely do worse than Myers there. Greg says, anyone feeling the Pitts play, or is Kurt too cooked? I think with Drake London out, the Pitts play makes sense. I don't think Kirk ever really supported Pitts, but I think this offense might have to adapt to life without London, and the Pitts stuff could be fine. I'm not like trying to get to Pitts, but I wouldn't like actively avoid him. Oh, it's a Q tag. Okay, I don't even think I realized that Tucker was a Q tag. Chad, sounds like you're feeling 100% better. Yeah, I woke up with a fever again, so I'm still not 100%. But yes, I'm feeling a lot better than I have the last couple days. So we're on the mend. We are on the mend. Gunnar Ross saw an O tag Burrow go. Yeah. It's just too gal brained. It's too gal, especially the Benson thing. Again, because I what they're not accounting for is that he will end up 100% owned in probably in the 5th and 6th rounds because there are going to be either Warren or Jacobs is probably going to be a swap. Like, I guess maybe if they're both in, but it's also assuming nobody else has like wide receivers that could be running backs in the 7th round. So you're not even getting like combos you're not going to get. Like I think you're missing the boat. Oh, you're saying Benson has a Q. Oh. But Burrow O tag went. Oh, did they swap it? I swear I saw an O. Right now it's showing us an O here. So maybe they're going to switch it because I think he got a limited practice in. But yeah, if they just like straight up rule him out, that would be one thing. Oh, refresh. Okay. Well, I'm going to hop in. Let me go over some teams and then I believe you. I will refresh it for the next one. He must have been sitting on his URL since yesterday. I plead the 5th, crutches. I think I like didn't do anything. Like I didn't touch my computer again after the stream. I had a lot I had to get on, but yes, I probably did not. Go AZ Cards took a Pitt's Cousins team with the game over emoji. Well, no, it's live. It's like, yeah, Greg needed that affirmation. Saw the Burrow O tag multiple times. Yeah. You hate to see it. I don't draft or bet on Pitts because I love my mental health. Yeah, that's probably a better way to do things. Pitts is responsible for my highest placement in a contest. Mental health be damned. Yeah. Like I can't be mad at Jacoby Myers. He was on my my DBQ team. Even if he like almost ruined everything. He's now has like a place in my heart. My team sucks. I was half paying attention. GG going, oh no, we'll pay extra close attention. Let's go over everyone's team. JT Vinegar, Pickens, Chase Brown, Dak, Monty, Fannin, Mooney. Yeah, like the team. Pickens. Only issue is Pickens, I believe, was like in the early 3rd when this opened. But Chase Brown, Pickens, 2 big risers on one team. That said, you can definitely get there with this team. There's enough firepower with like Dak. If it really is the Monty game, Mooney's, somebody that that the projections are going to like. So I don't mind that, even if you quote unquote aren't getting it in as good. It's not like the remainder of the team doesn't make sense, but those two names do stick out as big risers this week. Gunnar Ross, Higgins, Drake May, Emmanuel Wilson, Hunter Henry, Gainwell, and Worthy. I love this team because I really like the first five quite a bit. I really like the Higgins stuff. You get May with Hunter Henry, you get the flow chart, you get the game stack, and then Wilson and Gainwell. So just trying to shoot the moon. I'm a fan of what you're doing here. If it doesn't work, it's like, well, only 3 teams get there anyway. So taking a big swing, I like. Methodology, what did he do? CD Lamb, Travion, Travis Kelce, Michael Wilson, and then Pittman and Danny Dimes. So a nice Pittman, Danny Dimes back stack here. I like that you were able to get Pittman with Dimes at the end, opposite Kelce. Nice team here from Methodology. Merck's Cards, what'd you do? Rashi Rice, Brock Bowers, Aaron Jones, Brees Hall. All right, I see Go AZ Cards saying that there's waiting for 2. I'm going to join on my phone because if I navigate away, I'll lose the board. All right, waiting for 1 in the dog bowl. Rashi Rice, Brock Bowers, Aaron Jones, Brees Hall, Alec Pierce, and Sam Darnold. I mean, Darnold, my highest owned QB. I am into that. They could absolutely demolish Tennessee. I like that. I don't mind taking a punt on the unstacked Darnold stuff at all. Crutches, half paying attention. He still puts together Saquon. Warren. Okay. Warren, Flowers, Dart, Jacobs, and Trey Tucker. So again, we know Crutches is a little more okay with the Jacobs thing. Worst case, you get the Q tag there. Warren, I've had a little trouble getting to, but that's probably bad. Like, I don't think I want to have no Warren because we've seen him like absolutely erupt before. I just find myself taking either McBride or Bowers or then waiting for Kelce Henry, and I found him in a weird middle ground. But I don't. I can't say I have any great reason for not taking Warren, so I probably should get to a little more of that. All right, Mr. Dubs, I'm on Raw. The other one started, and I have the, I have the 11 hole. So GG, everyone. I'm glad to donate to the greater community. All right, let's see what J-Dubs did. I'm on Raw, Etienne, Ken Walker, Goff, Theo Johnson, and Christian Watson. Yeah, nice team here. Again, a little bit of value by ADP on Etienne, but people are telling me he's going in the 3rd, so we'll see where he ends up ultimately. But, Goff, I'm on Raw with Theo Johnson, a little game stack there. Jacksonville, even if Etienne, falls, he could still end up with a couple touchdowns in that Cardinals game. It wouldn't surprise me. So, we'll see what happens. I don't mind taking Etienne, but I would like to see what his price ends up being. Goods goes triple receiver, JSN, AJ Brown, Chris Olave, and then Goddard, Jalen Warren, and T-Law. I like that. I don't mind T-Law as the unstacked late last quarterback, if that's the way you got to go. Probably imagine they were going to get Darnold, and then Darnold went to Merck's Cards here, would be my guess. So fun stuff, fun draft. I'm up in 6 picks, so let's hop over to the other room. While we're doing that, if you can, please give a like, please give a sub. It helps so much. It helps so much keep the lights on here. Let me try to do the timestamp for the people. TBQ1. Where are we at? All right, 34. Okay. TBQ2. All right, sweet. All right, timestamps are up. All right, now Burrow with the swappable tag will be 100% drafted from here on out. Yep. I should probably refresh the page, huh? Probably refresh the page so that we have actual current information. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, Burrow with the Q tag. Benson with the Q tag. My God. My God, it's a whole new world here. All right. Let's see. Totally handed Matt the Colt stack. Thought Danny might sneak by. Oh yeah, because you took I think were you the Alec Pierce drafter? I'm trying to remember now. Etienne should never have been ranked higher than Ken Walker. However, Crutches disagrees. I'd rather have Etienne over Ken Walker every time. All right, we're coming up. I think it's just T. Higgins. I think you have to just pray to the volume gods that T. Higgins is the answer here. Yeah, I think I have concepts of a plan. See what Vogie Berra does. I don't get the love, just a few coach speak things with the Ken Walker. It's just like, I think people just love the explosive. Gosh darn it. That was the concept of a plan, was to take Drake May. All right, well, we're just going to be the Brock Bowers team and move on with our lives. So we'll go Higgins Bowers. Best we can do. We're in the 11. We're fighting for our lives. I was planning to take Drake May at pick 14. So I can't blame Vogie Berra for going May, Chase Brown. That's conceptually very similar to what we did. Yeah, took Pierce first. Yeah, I don't remember the board well enough to know if the other people all needed receivers, or if you could have like done it in the opposite order, or if you ran the risk of taking dimes and then Pierce and Pittman go, which is like kind of a bummer. Like, I mean, unstacked dimes is fine, but that's clearly not what you're trying to do. Another day, another dog bowl to chase. Absolutely, Emo Cowboy. Appreciate you so much. Hope you're having a great one there, getting ready to manage 160 to 180 people. My God, Emo Cowboy. It's getting closer. People fiending for the Ken Walker breakout, rightly so. Yeah. I also think some of the Ken Walker stuff is we all just don't like Charbonnet. Like, we're all like tired of it. So we just need any reason to just root for it to happen. Like, I liked Charbonnet as a prospect, and I was really excited. And then he went to Seattle, and I was like, why, of all the places? Because I think he projected as like a 3-down back type, if I remember right. And he's just been in this like horrific timeshare that makes things worse for everybody. Hi, Vogie Bear, GM chat. Hey, GM to you. You were reading my mail there. I was planning to take Drake May, but I'm glad it went to a good home, and you then took Chase Brown, because at least it's, we're at least it means I was on the right track there. Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm there too. Tons of Ken Walker in best ball, but isn't the same. Yeah, I have a lot of Ken Walker in best ball that I kind of rooting for this to be a thing. I've been taking a little Ken Walker, or have I? I don't even know if that's true. I'm not sure how much Ken Walker I have. Let me see what my exposure is. I have 2 Ken Walker teams out of 26. So I guess not very much Ken Walker. But yeah, I don't mind taking some of him, but I think people are getting kind of frothy for him this week. Emo Cowboy says, thanks. Woke up at 5:30 a.m. to brief the Europeans on waivers/deviations and answer my technical manager's IMs, crying that I'm leaving. So I assume waivers is actually some kind of like contracting thing. You're not briefing the Europeans on like picking up Emmanuel Wilson. But if you are, that would make me so happy. Like, you're just telling a bunch of German people like, oh no, you've got to just blow all your fab on Emmanuel Wilson. Hendo Fall, yeah. Wow, pick 20. Pick 20, finally. I mean, if he's going there, still might be a touch high. We'll see. But no, I mean, it was insane. He was going at pick 7. Makes no sense. Like, what are we doing here? Yeah, Sharps, of all the gin joints in the world. I know, he had to wash up in Seattle. Dear God. Emo, yeah, fun morning. No, they want to know. Oh, they want to know if it's time to unload fab on an AJ Barner breakout. Hey, Emo Cowboy, this is an AJ Barner friendly channel, so you can tell your European friends this is probably a good time for them. It would be like, I know they like their long lunches, so maybe they can watch the stream while they have their lunch. Hendo fall. He's 59 in my ranks. Dear God. Dear God. Well, I have no Hendo either. I don't have. I don't know if I would have him all the way at 59, but I don't have any Hendo, so I guess I effectively have him. You know, whether I have him at 30 or 50, it doesn't matter because I'm not getting him. Does a Hurts, Barkley, AJ, Devonta Smith have a shot in the Wildcat? I would say no. I would think that would be almost impossible to win the Wildcat. I think the most you could do would be 3 of those guys, and even that is pretty aggressive. Maybe like one of the really small fields, and even then you would need the Eagles to like absolutely erupt. But I think that's just, your ceiling is like just going to be way too capped. All right, so we got Higgins and Bowers. Let's see what Go Easy Cards leaves us. Gosh darn it, I wanted Judkins. That would have been a good way to do things there for me. I think I'll take Aaron Jones in this one. I just don't like the Breece Hall stuff. If Breece Hall beats me this week, he beats me. I'll take an Aaron Jones share. Let's see what Vogie Berra does. Let's see. Breece Hall, Hunter Henry. Yeah, I think I would have actually taken Hunter Henry there, but now that he's gone, I'll just take another Emmanuel Wilson share and just say the line. I don't really care that I have 2 running backs playing each other. That's old school DFS didn't like this, but I don't care. I think this is fine. All right, let's see. I've fallen behind on chat. The real AJB already broke out. Yeah, AJ Barner taking over for AJ Brown. He stole his copy of Inner Excellence. No opinion, just to ETR and Warp applied. People wish casting the role to stay. I love Hendo. Had tons in best ball. Yeah. No, and that's why I've been out on him too. I mean, we know they like Ramondre so much. And Terrence asked, what is stopping Hendo from breaking 2 60-yard runs? Crutches had nothing like it. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, I mean, truly any running back can, most running backs can break a 60-yard run if everything, like, if there's a giant hole and the defense is like playing a certain way. Like, these things can happen. Obviously, Hendo seems more likely to do it, but I don't think you can really just bet on that week to week. Those like giga long breakaway runs on low volume is like a path to like poverty in these contests. Greg says, when you were talking about double bringbacks only hitting like 3% this season, that was a fact that Chad Matchke had, that basically said there was one DBQ team that got there with a double bringback, but I don't think we had the data on how often people are doing double bringbacks. So it was kind of an interesting thought there. Ramondre 60% of snaps. Oof. Terrence says, while he's falling, that's something people will instantly regret. Doesn't matter. So Terrence, a big bull on Hendo. Big Hendo bull. What's stopping anyone from breaking 260 yards? That's my point too, Crutches, is literally any running back in the league can do it. It's just, if that's what you're counting on, then you're making like a really thin bet. Is it referring to single team stacks or game stacks? Thanks, Shark. We were talking about when you have like 2 players on the opposite side of like your quarterback wide receiver stack. So in that example yesterday, I had Mahomes, Kelsey, and Worthy from the one hole, and I had Jonathan Taylor. And then I was debating taking Alec Pierce at pick 72. So Pierce and Taylor would be a double bringback because I would have 2 Colts. And I think most people are very reluctant to have two players on the opposite side. And so Chad Matchke said like that had worked basically one time, which was like 3% of teams. And my question is how often is it done? Because I very rarely see it. So I don't know if it's only 3% of the time, but it's being done 1% of the time, well, then maybe it's actually not like horrible, you know. Merck's cards. I like Brees. Ravens can be had on the ground, and Tyrod should be net plus. Yeah, maybe I should be more into Brees. I'm just low on Brees generally, is the problem. And I'm much more excited about Jones and Wilson. I also feel like Wilson potentially has room to rise if Jacobs gets ruled out. So I think that was leaning me towards that, was like trying to get ahead of some of the steam. But yeah, I just, it's one of the stands I've been making, and maybe I don't have the best reasoning behind it, to be honest. I just don't rate Tyrod Taylor as very good. There are 3 running backs I could hit multiple 60-yarders: Gibbs, Henry, Saquon, Hendo, and K-Walk. I mean, likely is the issue, and I don't know what you mean, like in a single game or in like just over the season. There's definitely some that are more likely than others, and a lot of it has to do with like blocking schemes as well. But you know, you get any running back past the defense if they're like, you know, trying to stop them on short yardage and they get into the secondary. Like most running backs can break that off. I don't know. Again, just relying on it in an environment where you know the touches are going to be so limited because Ramondre's back is the issue there. I'm thinking of the grossest QB in the 6th. Andrew GNPGC, I appreciate you. We're going to where are you sitting? All right, I'm on the clock. I got to take somebody. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? I need a wide receiver. I think I'm gonna do it. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna do Shaheed Darnold again, I think. Honestly, I kind of got caught up and I wasn't paying attention. I think if I had that back, I would have taken Dubs and Love, and I would have liked that a lot more. And double stacked Green Bay. I think if I could do it again, that's what I would do. But I do like the Shaheed stuff. I think he's kind of fun. He's not drafted in most contests. He has a ton of upside. So I don't mind this. But I think if I had been a little more paying attention, I would have done Love Dobbs there. But yeah, Andrew, where are you? So I can look at your team. Jake says, "Are you guys forgetting they're playing the Bengals?" I know. Yeah. It's just the volume. Taryn says, "I'm quite comfortable betting again." Yes, I have no problem with that. Anyone could break a 60-yard run. Najee Harris has entered the chat. Yes. Well, thank you for not taking Cam Scatabo. Thank you for not bringing that up. A nice sleep week. Go easy cards. JJ at 29. Who would have thought we wish Darnold were still throwing to him? Yeah, crazy stuff, right? I actually like Jefferson. Like, I feel like he's due for one of those, like, oh yeah, that's why he's Justin Jefferson week. So I've been taking him a fair amount this week. Easy to full post Hendo and YouTube. The lobbies are wide open. It is, well, people were putting their hard-earned dollars on Hendo at 7, and he is 100% owned. And so far, you know, in the beginning of these contests, he was 100% owned earlier than pick probably 17, 18. So yeah, he, you know, that's just where he was going. Emo Cowboy, Kareem Hunt cannot, but yeah, I'm being a little facetious by saying every running back, but I think the vast majority can. I have 90% Hendo, dear God. and we'll add more. Usually people draft on desktop with multiple screens. I end up doing, yeah. Well, I was paying more attention to chat there. Not that I mind Darnold Shaheed, but I think it would have been a little more coherent for me to have taken Dobbs. Oh, Lee, I'll try to get you that data. I used to track it. Oh, well, I appreciate you doing that. I don't want you to have to go out of your way, but I do think it's an interesting thing because it's not something I see done, and I've been kind of curious. About it. I guess the only way if the single game stack hits, yes, Greg, and I like it on and I think I like it on weeks with more teams on bye. I think the more teams on bye, the more viable because you have fewer game environments to compete with. And if you have double bring back on the one game that shoots out, you're gonna be the only one doing that, and you could just like win the contest by like 15 points. Greg says, at any rate, it had me reconsidering my typical plays, naked QB and playing both sides of it. Yeah, well, that's the point. Like just trying to think of different ways, different things you can do. So I appreciate that, Greg. Oh, I'm in the next one. Wanted to start a dialogue. Well, who is it? Who's your gross 6-star QB? Sorry, Chad, but Scatabo ain't hitting a 60-yarder, dude. No, I know. Yeah, sorry, Crutches. You know what? It's my fault. If you want to trade, if we want to see if Underdog will let me swap it, because nobody ended up taking Dobbs or Love, so I'm sure we could arrange with Numi to get Darnold. But you know what? Danny Dimes and Tyler Warren. I mean, maybe that's actually what your team needed. I don't think Jefferson will be back this year. Oh, I hope that's not the case. Sweet. I have an easy Flacco swap if need be. Yeah. I saw Joe Burrow go right there. Which I was thinking of taking because I had T. Higgins. So I'm glad you got him. Go Emo Cowboy. Have a good one. Got about. Hey, appreciate you so much. Emo Cowboy says hit the like and sub. Well, thank you, Emo Cowboy. No, I miss him too. Go AZ Cards. 2 later round stacking partners. Dome game. Dome QB. Not prime time. Is it like Geno Smith? I've got the data. Just need to write the back opponent script. I stopped looking at run back with all the data showing it was overdone, but I'll double check to ensure that's still true. Yeah. Appreciate that. I assumed single bringbacks are overdone, but the double bringback could be the new meta. Oh, Tyler Shuck and Cousins. Dear God. I've seen Tyler Shuck drafted. In fact, he's drafted in this one. He's drafted in this room. All right, let's see what everyone did. Vogie Berra, our new friend, taking Drake May, Chase Brown, Breece Hall, Hunter Henry, Kayshon Boutte, and Parker Washington. I like the team there. Vogie Berra. Again, really like the Hunter Henry stuff this week. Myself, for the audio listeners, T. Higgins, Brock Bowers, Aaron Jones, Emmanuel Wilson, and then Rashid Shaheed, Sam Darnold. Go AZ Cards. Rashi Rice, George Pickens, Quinshon Judkins, Alvin Kamara, and then Joe Burrow, Noah Fant. So the Burrow Fant combination we were all dreaming of when we were doing best ball teams. All right, Buster's Boys is in the room. Goes Saquon, Lamar, Steph Diggs, Odunze, and then he takes Gainwell and Pitts. So people making the Gainwell bet late. Let's see what Lee 121503 did. I didn't realize you were in the room. Derrick Henry, Pat Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Mike Wilson, Pittman, and Trey Benson, who famously has a Q tag now, as long as you refresh the page. Yeah, I like the Mahomes Kelce stuff. That's nice. Kelce did come back because it would have been a little bit of a bummer if you take Mahomes at 19 and then Kelce's not there. But yeah, I like this team here from Lee 121503, Mr. Vinegar, Amon-Ra, Hendo, Jefferson, Goff, Jacobs, and Ferguson. Yeah, I like the team. I mean, Henderson. We talked to death, but other than that, I'm a fan of what you put together here. I do like Jefferson. I think I'm a little higher than some of the other folks are on that. Crutches, JSN, Chris Olave, Tyler Warren, DeAndre Swift, Jalen Warren, and Danny Dimes. Makes sense there, like the team here from Crutches. Good to know he would have preferred Darnold, because I'm kind of into Darnold this week. Although I would have preferred Darnold more with JSN than Shaheed. That's the way she goes when you're picking at 11. Gunnar Ross, what'd you do? Bijan, Hurts, Flowers, Goddard, Jacoby Myers, and Kareem Hunt. So we got Jacoby Myers as Mr. Irrelevant last draft. He goes all the way at pick 51 this time. So pretty big variance there with the late receivers. But probably knew that Kareem Hunt was less likely to get taken than Myers, who I've heard mentioned a few times in different places. So a fun draft, everyone. Appreciate y'all so much. I guess I can see where the next one's at. And we're waiting for 2. Warning, if you don't name the QB you like later, then Chad will paint you as a Geno truther, disgusting. Well, it was a dome game that no one wanted. That was the first dome game that came. Oh, and I got the 10 hole. And Crutches, you're moving the right way. You're moving the right way. You're up to 7 now. So, the other thing is that 7, you used to reliably be able to get Trey McBride. That's not even true anymore. You truly hate to see it. Al Boogie, just notice your mic it is the Death Star. It's either the Death Star or that thing that gives Princess Leia a shot when she's like in the detention bay. It's terrible. I need a new mic. So we got to win the Dog Bowl so I can get a new microphone, because it's kind of embarrassing. Yay, GM everyone. Hey, GM Al Boogie. Appreciate you so much though. Yeah, no, you're just not getting the 1.1. It has to go AZ cards. It's just, go AZ cards. Just everything breaks this way. It's fine. It's fine. All right, I'll pull the board up. Try to pay more attention. I make no promises that I won't take Rashid Shaheed and Sam Darnold, though. These things do tend to happen over here on the right side of the board. GM Chad, GM boys. Hey, GM to you, just hope you're having a good one. Oh, you're at the 11, so seat mates here, hanging out over on the right side of the board, where it's dark and cold these days. No more value. ETR took care of all of that. Andrew asking a good question. What does everyone think about Warren's chances of playing this week? My reading all since the game was more bearish than everyone else, which is why I had been taking a fair amount of Gainwell. I just don't trust players when they say they could have come back in, because players always think they can come back in. I think it's close to 50-50. Tomlin said that he would be limited early and ramp up. Well, he was fully out yesterday. I don't know how much to read into being completely out versus limited. Like, that might have been the plan all along. I think it's worth taking shots on Gainwell, but I would put it at around 50-50, just my reading of that. But I don't have any like significant insight or anything. All right, CD Lamb, I think you just take Rashee Rice. Take Rashee Rice at the 10. Go AZ cards. 4 Gibbs teams you all don't have to worry about. I know you're gonna put together a good team. Go AZ cards. So we'll keep an eye on you. Don't worry. Pat Moore Poker. Hey, GM to you. We were Merck's Cards was in here. We were chatting earlier, but I was watching your stream from last night while eating breakfast, and it helped me get ready for today because I had not drafted since ETR came out. So it was cool to see some drafts, because the landscape has changed so much from doing these early in the week. So appreciate you so much, Pat Moore, over on the Fantasy Sharps channel. Lay the House RM Arking. Hey, Lay the House RM. At this rate, if you continue in your limb run, you will be able to to purchase your own kingdom as the payouts get larger there. All right, let's see what the room will hand to us. We've got Rashi Rice. Shasta takes Etienne. It's very tempting to just click Bowers here every time. I think I'm going to take JMO, though. I think I'm going to take Jamison Williams. I could see myself like inadvertently getting lighter on JMO than I want. This is very expensive for JMO, but he's definitely not coming back to me. So if I ever, it's just, I think that's the price. I take a lot of Bowers here just because I do think there's sort of like McBride, Bowers, and then there's like a whole bunch of like kind of mini tier options. But I do like the JMO stuff. It opens up Goff, who generally goes a little bit later, and that they really could just like run wild over the Giants. Hey, Thomas Awad, appreciate you so much. GM, hope you're having a good one today. Thanks for coming by. Lay the house. Yeah, it's a big week. It is a big week. Best of luck to you carrying on the torch. I actually think you're playing Gunnar Ross, right? He was I think he was in the last room. So we've got a battle here in the Wake Up crew between Lay the House RM and Gunnar Ross are playing each other in the Elim streets. Chris G, good morning to you. Appreciate you so much. Hope you're having a good one. Don't see you in this room, but I know you're out here. Yeah, Gunnar Ross, yo, yeah, you are playing Lay the House RM, two of my favorites here. So I hate to see you guys playing each other. Awesome stuff, man. Good luck to both of you. You all deserve it. You should be proud you made it this far. You know, I am glad that one of you is guaranteed to advance, but I hate that one of you obviously is guaranteed to not. So we will stay positive. Good luck to both of you. Y'all truly are two of the good ones. So glad to see y'all still in the fight. All right, let's check out the board. See what J-Dubs does here. Does he take a receiver? All right, so I'm the only one going receiver in the first two rounds. We'll see if we can land the plane. Crutches gets Bowers at 18, which feels like a gift. That seems pretty nice. Bowers Henry, I think, is going to be kind of rare. I feel like I very seldom see Bowers slip by this 15-16 range. So it's partly my fault there. Andrew took Pitts. How bad is it to take Cousins over naked Lawrence, Darnold, Love? I guess it just depends what you value more, the correlation or raw projection. So I don't think it's terrible. You're also going to get a big ownership discount on Cousins versus the other options. Maybe less so Love, because I don't see him getting taken often. So that really just depends what you care about. It's hard for me to just like straight up answer that. Gunnar Rasa, same to you. Yeah, no, good stuff. Hartman, are you doing any more or less volume for the final week? Similar range, Hartman. Actually, if anything, probably slightly lower, just because I've been like under the weather. So I haven't done that many drafts off stream. And honestly, I really liked the draft board before ETR came out. So now I'm kind of like, I feel like I'm drafting a lot. The teams are not quite as strong as they were. And I think this was one of the weeks that I think we did a pretty good job identifying who was going to rise up. And so I probably won't do like a whole ton off stream, but we'll see. I mean, if it's still open like Saturday morning, I might just like rip a bunch. Pat Moore, that's a fun sweat. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. When one of us wins the entire thing, we'll win the Chad Kingdom. Love to see it. Gunnar Ross is in. All right. Love to see it. Brian says, right side of the board was fun when you could get Chase Brown Genty at the 3-4 turn. Yep. It was definitely easier to draft from over here than it is nowadays. Let's see what we've got coming up. Well, we have hopefully some options here. I mean, we get at least one running back we're not like super cold on. Where does Goff go? 44. Yeah, so we're probably not going to get Goff. But the Amon-Ra drafter has a quarterback, so we might luck out there. Wow. Wow, Ken Walker or Genty? Yikes. I did not think I would be in this boat. I think my problem is I prefer Genty, but I feel like Ken Walker here is going to be kind of rare. Shoot. Flip a coin. I'm going to take Walker because I'm a coward. I kind of prefer Genty, I think, so if I should have just taken the guy I prefer. That said, I do like Ken Walker against the Titans. I mean, it's not bad. Whereas Ken Walker, he hasn't risen quite as much, and Genty is steaming up a little bit, but clearly not in this room. Let's see what CR Blake does. Maybe he doesn't like Genty. Or he's just like a big ETR hater. No, he snaps off Genty, so there goes that. Yeah, Hunter Henry going was kind of my emergency plan if like everything I wanted was gone. Henry goes, Genty goes. Let's see what he does next. I was kind of hoping he might just go Odunze Metcalf because that's kind of fun at the turn. It's kind of hard to get that too. I guess we just take Aaron Jones here. I think anything else is silly. I mean, Metcalf if I want to go 3 wide receiver, but I just don't think that's as strong as just taking Aaron Jones. You could also take DeAndre Swift if that's your preferred play, but I think Jones is just better. So we got Ken Walker and Aaron Jones, Rashee Rice, Jamison Williams. I actually feel like this team's pretty strong. For being a right side of the board team, we kind of lucked out at running back a little bit. Had a little run good with Josta going running back, so he couldn't take any of them. I think that helped a bit for me. I also think Crutches is more open to like Q-taggy Jacobs stuff, so he took Diggs rather than a running back. So I think running back lasted a little longer than I was kind of expecting. So I think we got a little bit of run good the way the board laid out for us. So yeah, I like this team. I think this team, Goff is the priority. If we don't get Goff, then we got to think of something else. Josta doesn't need a tight end, and CR Blake doesn't need a quarterback. So we'll have to figure out which one is more important for us to push. There's a pretty good chance we just go unstack quarterback and just jam projection if Goff goes. But it also might just depend if there's one tight end that's really strong, we might just take that and see. So we'll stay loose here and see what we want to do when it's our pick. All right, let's see. Anything particularly interesting? Vogie Berra takes Pittman at 43. So a little earlier than we've seen Pittman go, but it does make sense opposite Mahomes there, but does opt to go for the bring back rather than the Worthy direct connection with Mahomes. I don't know if people are just afraid of the Q tag or just sick of Worthy putting up 6 fantasy points. Honestly, I'm more annoyed by I'm more likely to not take Worthy because he's been terrible than any kind of injury concern, which I don't really harbor right now with him just dealing with this ankle all season. Don't think I updated the timestamp, did I? No. All right. Let's see. All right. Well, appreciate all of you so much. If you can, by the way, drop a like, drop a sub. We're an hour, 9 minutes in. So much appreciate all of you. The support has been absolutely incredible, and just really pumped. Dawg Bowl is like a week and a half away. Just can't believe how soon it is. Is that right? Maybe it's more than a week and a half away. It's coming up though. It's in 2 weeks. It's in 2 weeks. Mercs Cards, I'm a Pierce over Pittman stan. There are some who are Pierce extremists, and that is their view. You know, if you want, I like Pierce. I like both of them though. I was a little bit of a Pittman sympathizer in like best ball season, but I have seen Alec Pierce break slates before. So where Pittman kind of had that reputation of just being kind of like, you know, fancy Wandale kind of fantasy player, but I like Pittman a lot. But I think both of them are quite viable this week. All right, let's see what Crutches does. People showing off their ETR sub. Yeah, definitely some guys coming up here, like Romeo Dobbs, pick 48. He went undrafted in the last one. Crutches takes Goff, of course. Just got to take the highest projected quarterback. It's fine. Wait, there's a bunch of good tight ends here. I think I just take Danny Dimes. Just eat the projection here. I think he's probably the best option. I don't think I've done Caleb Loveland. I've kind of, not super duper into that. I'll just do Danny Dimes. And if I end up with Fergie or Mark Andrews, I'm okay either way. So we'll just take Jones. You know me too well. No, I folded, took Lawrence over Cousins. Hey, I don't think that's too wrong. Haven't had it interesting in a while, so all right. I will check it out. And I'll just take I think I'm okay with Mark Andrews rather than like getting fancy. So this team will be Daniel Jones, Ken Walker, Aaron Jones, Rashee Rice, Jameson Williams, and Mark Andrews. So we go unstack Danny Dimes. It's the way she goes. We'll see if we can. Almost took Pierce Worthy just for you, Mercs Cards. Yeah, that's what you were. Mercs Cards was referring to. Projection, bro. I didn't think Goff was gonna make it back to me. Because I do think he's just significantly better than the unstacked options, and I don't think I've seen him go at pick 58. So I don't, I don't care. It would have been cool though. Both Worthy and Rice have been struggling against ATS. Colts have been playing more. Oh, okay. Colts been playing. Okay. Both Worthy and Rice have been struggling against man. Colts been playing more zone before sauce, but now it's sauce. It's guessing how the Colts tried to slow down Mahomes. Yeah, I kind of was wondering what the sauce conundrum would affect Rice and Worthy. And I've heard different analysts say different things. I've heard people say that Worthy will escape the sauce treatment. I've heard that Rice will escape the sauce treatment. I don't really have my hand in the dirt enough to have a strong take on that. But I would love to hear it because I do think it's an interesting thing that could be very relevant for us. But I think their man beater is Travis Kelce, which is why I've just been defaulting to him as who I take when I get the choice. But he's much more expensive than Worthy. But I do really like the Kelce stuff. I just meant from a fantasy perspective, Hartman, that like Pittman people felt like he was one of those like can't break 20 points kind of guys, like that but I don't know. I always felt like Pittman was kind of maligned. Like he would just get 1,000. He would have 1,000-yard seasons, and everyone was like, "Oh, this guy's not that great," or "He's not that great in fantasy." And it's like, no, he's really good. Like Pittman, I always felt like Pittman was underappreciated. Was more my point. rather than a pure comp player to player. All right, let's see what everyone did here. All right, so my team for the audio listeners: Rashi Rice, JMO, Ken Walker, Aaron Jones, Danny Dimes, Mark Andrews. Josta goes Chase Brown, Etienne, Hunter Henry, Mike Wilson, Worthy, and Brissett. Yep, I like that. I like the Wilson stuff. I mean, I think he's still a nice price here. Oh no, Chris G jumping a draft, get the 1.12 ripped, Chris G. Mahomes has been destroying zone this year. Yeah, and as Mathology notes, the Colts been playing more zone before Sauce Gardner. So, yeah, will be interesting to see that. I don't know what to make of that game, but I do want like some parts of it, because my fear is that it's not great, because we've seen that with the Chiefs before, that like when we're really excited about those game environments, they can dud, but they also like randomly can just have those like, oh yeah, Pat Mahomes really good like kind of nuke games. So I don't want to be like actively fading it, but I don't want to be like giga overweight either side, really. Kind of trying to get at market to most of those other than Travis Kelce himself. All right, let's see. Crutches: Derrick Henry, Brock Bowers, Steph Diggs, Wandale, Goff, and Gainwell. Yeah, I was surprised. I actually saw Gainwell when I was picking Andrews, and almost said I'm surprised Gainwell's still here. Almost went undrafted, but Crutches does get him at 66. Vogie Berra, Amon-Ra, Mahomes, Jefferson, Pittman, Jalen Warren, and Theo Johnson. Yeah, nice crew here. You were not so lucky as Chad Matchkey was, so Travis Kelce did not make it back to you at 30. So you ended up doing the second round Mahomes, but left him unstacked. Mr. Dubs, J-Dubs, JSN, Javonte, AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, Juwan Johnson, Sam Darnold. So you get the Darnold JSN team. Yeah, nice team here. I like Metcalf at 45. That's I think that's a pretty good value there. Goods, JT, Emmanuel Wilson at 22. Dear God, the steam is coming from inside the house. Travis Kelce, Jackson Dart, Alec Pierce, and BTJ. So there you go. Emmanuel Wilson, pick 22. It's a brave new world. I will note Patrick Barnes YouTube. He did take Isaiah Likely at the end with Lamar Jackson there. So that was kind of our backup plan in another draft. And Go AZ Cards. Do you get an interesting tag? Jahmyr Gibbs, Judkins, Warren, Dobbs, Watson, and Love. No, you don't get an interesting tab. I like this. Goes for the Love double with Dobbs and Watson. I think that's pretty fun. You don't see a lot of people go QB and then both wide receivers from the same team. But I think that's it certainly could be viable. So, they may throw the ball more if it really is if Jacobs is out. They may be forced to. So I do not hate that. So fun team there, Go AZ Cards. I thought Indy was getting 2 starting corners back. Maybe the Chiefs will score through Kelce and Hunt. I mean, we've seen Hunt go. I don't think he's a bad round 6 running back. He's always live to just like rumble in for 2 touchdowns. It's never pretty to watch, but you could definitely do worse than that. I think Pacheco, though, might be coming back. Now I can't remember what his practice was. I like it less if Pacheco's in. But if Pacheco's out again, then that's more live. All right, let's see where we're at. Try to do one more and then probably hop on out. All right, let's see. We are waiting for 5. It sounds like one just fired. So it's possible this might take a minute, but that's okay. Fun over interesting. One less free beer for you in Kansas City. Hey, look, this is I will give you my honest assessment. I like that. And okay, missed the last one. Well, this one's waiting for 3. So people are trying to ape in ahead of the ETR ADP adjustment. Ethology says, I don't see the Colts changing the defensive scheme because of one addition. Thinks it's zone concepts for Indy. Well, this sounds promising. This sounds promising for the Pacheco full. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, that makes me a little less on the Hunt stuff, although he is their short yardage and passing down back. So he definitely still is live for the 2 touchdowns from the goal line. It's just it's like the evil Henderson. Like, you're gonna get low volume, but you're gonna get like him getting the ball at the 2, versus Henderson, where you're like, you get the ball at the 40 and you're like, oh, this is where we want to be. It's 60-yard touchdown time. It's like, it's the same bet. It's the same bet, but you get one in the 6th round. All right, I'm muting the thread. Oh my God, Crutches, you got a 1.2. So GG, Crutches gets another seat. Incredible. Things just always go as Sky's way. You just can't deny it. Terrence says, if your 2 starting corners are injured, maybe the zone is the only. I can't imagine them like. I don't think teams would operate that way. I think that would be very confusing. Would be my thought. Go AZ Cards. Instead, I will give you a spiked air ball. Oh yes, yeah. Apparently, I need that. Crutches. He was wearing a bulky brace. Bauer's like. 1.2 sucks. Just 1.1 matters. So it's Gibbs or bust. Well, Angle X, famed ETR sub. I actually don't know if he subs to ETR. Am I okay? Dude, I've been sick for like a week. I am dying. I've had a high fever for several days. I'm seeing through space and time. But I'm hoping to get better. Got it right. Not clicking either. Oh, Hunt or Pacheco. Yeah. So Jonathan Taylor goes at the 3 because sorry. I thought it was because I coughed in it, and it might have sounded really weird on the mic, like I was like I had lost a lung. So before I would have taken Henry, now McBride has flipped Henry. Trey McBride's more fun to click on, right? This is probably our last draft here, so let's have a little fun. Let's do Trey McBride. 1.2 sucks because it's flat till 1.8. I guess I am more of a Taylor sympathizer than you, obviously. So that's not where I line up there. And I value those top 3 running backs of Gibbs, Taylor, and Bijan. But yeah, I mean, JSN could truly separate. I'm on Raw could too. Like I think that getting like the top 5 is nice. Like Trey McBride, I think is the next tier. Again, the problem with Trey McBride is if one of these jabronis, like if Andrews randomly has one of his 2 touchdown games, or like we've seen Juwan Johnson spike week, like Colson Loveland broke a slate. Like if any of that happens, then taking McBride here, unless he has like a Bowersy and Nuke game, is like feels not great. That's been my problem with it. Like if one of these 100% owned tight ends goes nuts, then all of a sudden I feel like taking McBride at 6 is like really tough. So you're like fading a whole range of guys. And maybe that's a bad way to look at it, but that's how it feels. Pat Moore, I did not try emergency and peppermint herbal tea, but I should. My wife has been on the peppermint herbal tea train, and it seems like it's helping her. So I probably got to do it. Shot of 151. Yes. No, I mean, I well could be wrong on that too. I might just be sour because I'm like not getting a lot of top picks. I mean, we've done 4 drafts and this is my highest pick here. Oh, it was for me. Okay, thank you, Chris. No, I am. It's been a struggle. The The more I get into the Indy KC game, the more I want to push Kelsey over Warren. I do not think I disagree. I have Kelsey over Warren. I was hoping Bijan would fall. Boo goods. I mean, Bijan at 5 would be pretty nice. Ingo X, ETR sub, but I don't use their projections. Okay. You just read them for the articles. Okay. Where have we heard that before? No, Ingo X, we've definitely seen a lot of people doing Gibbs over Taylor, who's crutches. Oh, good God. Brian, would you fade the KC Indy game? Brian says, I like the Colt stuff, Pittman Pierce specifically, really only going Kelsey from KC. So we have May, Hurts, and Lamar and Mahomes. Oh, dear God. What do we want to do? I think I'll take Chase Brown here. I'll take a Chase Brown share. It's a little not my favorite because I know there's going to be teams that got him at 30, but again, I can't just like not take guys. People were pulling Chase Brown into the second yesterday, so it's not like, the entire contest is done and we're getting the worst price. So I'll grab a Chase Brown share. But yeah, I haven't seen the quarterback run like this. Really interesting. May, Hurts, Lamar, Mahomes all go back to back to back to back. So everyone building out their bet there. So we'll see if Chris G is able to get his Travis Kelce push. It's be a pretty good bit for me to go double elite tight end though. It's never worked for anyone, but it could work for us. Let's see. So go AZ cards. I thought about taking JMO, but I did not. And I see you went Amon-Ra JMO. So we'll see if you're able to how you're able to build out your burgeoning Lions stack that you have going there. All right, so let's see who's in the room, by the way. Ingle X, Crutches, Goods, Go AZ Cards, Chris G, and we got Pat Moore and Hartman over here. Sorry, Hartman, rolling the 12. Tough times there. That said, I like Higgins Pickens, so it's all going to really depend on how you're able to fill out the rest of the room, but not the worst. The starts look good. It's just, can you land the other positions is how I felt about them. But again, surprised to see all these QBs go this particular way. Chris G, only Cognition has qualified from double tight end, I think, in year 1. Yeah, I don't know, but I believe that. Crutches takes Kelsey, so he takes the temptation for me to try to be the second player to pull it off out of the board. Etienne is falling as people refresh their ETR sub. Bunch of running backs we could get, so I think we'll be in a good spot here when things come around. So Chris G will not be able to get Mahomes, Kelsey on his team. Etienne goes. Don't know if he took him or if that was an auto. Ken Walker at 28. So again, that's really, I feel like he goes at like exactly 28 a lot. Judkins goes. I'm going to take my guy Genty here. A little bit of a fall in Jefferson, but I think not enough for me to pass this. I have been in on the Genty stuff even before. Joel says, this is a wild draft. 4 straight quarterbacks, double Lions, double Colts, cats and dogs living together, pandemonium. Yeah, very interesting stuff for sure. So Patrick Barnes gets lucky. He does get Flowers, Lamar. Doesn't always work out for the Jackson drafter, but is able to get that put together. Steph Diggs goes right before the Drake May drafter who went Hendo at pick 10, not an ETR sub, Blue-Eyed Bandit. You know, it takes all kinds. It takes all kinds here. All right. People using their full clocks. All right, let's see. How does Pat? Let's see what Pat Moore's options are. Oh, it's actually this is not the most like dead board I've ever seen from the right side. Pat Moore takes Emmanuel Wilson. Hartman gets Swift. See what his next move is. Yeah, I feel like I've got a plan coming together. Hartman takes Henry. I like the Henry click a lot. Blue-Eyed Bandit just not interested in the double stack with May Henry, but I don't know. Passing Metcalf probably would have been tough there because receiver kind of dries up a little bit. So I understand that. Has the chance to go Metcalf Odunze. I wonder if they'll do that. I don't think I would pass on that. Yeah, gets Metcalf Odunze. That's pretty nice there. In addition to a Drake May Travion stack. So pretty nice team here from Blue-Eyed Bandit. It's kind of worked out for them. All right, let's see. I'm not going to get it, am I? I knew it. Chris G, I almost had it. I would have loved Wilson there, but you can't let me have nice things. It's fine. It's fine. Do I want Dart or do I just take Pittman here? Ugh. I'm just like, and Pittman's fine. Man. Yeah, I'll just take Pittman. That was a bummer. If we had gotten Michael Wilson, I would have been over the moon, but it was not to be. It was not to be. I feel like that's a little bit of a tier break. Just taking Dart and then maybe we get Wandale, maybe not. I don't know. It didn't feel like that necessarily made the most sense. I think once Wilson gone, the move is actually to take Jared Goff, just to screw over Go AZ Cards because he has a nice team brewing. But no, we'll take Pittman. Pittman, of course, does open up another quarterback option for us with Danny Dimes. So we'll see what comes around. All right. So Dart does go 2 picks later. Go AZ Cards does not try to push Goff, which is smart. Too many projection bros lurking to try to jam that. Not worth it. Let's see. Thinking ahead. Worthy, Pierce, Danny Dimes. I'm trying to decide if I should take the quarterback here. I do have Brissett as an out. All right, I think I know what I want to do. I think I got a plan. Alec Pierce goes to Ingle X. So Alec Pierce, Danny Dimes. I can't blame him. I like that instant stack there. I think that's pretty nice. So good stuff from Ingle X there, but does take one of our pieces off the board. Hartman asked, do you think Brissett is locked in for like 40 attempts minimum each week? I think the Brissett stuff is potentially due for just like a massive fall one of these days, but it hasn't happened yet. I mean, it has not happened yet. So that said, they do seem happy with him and happy to just let him chuck the ball as much as his heart desires. So I don't know why they would change now. They're definitely happier than they were with Kyler. Even if they're not winning, they're like, this is a lot more fun. Dak if you're a projection bro and you're me, you probably just take Dak and all those potential points. But this isn't a projection bro channel. So I think we're actually going to take Jacoby Myers here. And we'll do Myers opposite McBride. And then that way we could take either Brissett or T-Law. Because there's two quarterbacks that are going to go. I doubt either goes, but you never know because people do whatever they want to do. But I think I would probably take Brissett as my preference. But I'm also sympathetic to T-Law stuff. Brian likes Brissett this week. They basically abandoned the run after Benson got hurt, and they benched Kyler against Jax. He's a good matchup. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm just what I'm working through is the ownership of Brissett versus T-Law in this particular construction where I could go either way. I think T-Law is going to be much lower owned than Brissett is, who I think is going to be well over 60% owned, at least, probably even higher. I don't know. That's where I'm at. I guess, yeah, 80. The difference between 61 and 65, I actually think that's a material difference in ADP there. So I don't know. Pat Moore, so he goes projection bro. He takes Dak. I can't blame him. Dak's pretty nice. And in fact, if for some reason Dak had come back to me, it would have been a choice. But I think I don't know. I kind of think I might make this a T-Law team. T-Law also provides a little bit of rushing upside. Makes it a little different. But I could see going either way. I think that's both fine. Maybe Trey Benson takes some play action away. Yeah, I don't know. Are we actually expecting Benson back? My feeling was that he probably wasn't back this week, but if he is, then it might change it a lot. ETR likes the pace in cards, Jags. All right, need more stock of that game. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a fun game, and the nice part about it is some of the pieces are cheap. Like Michael Wilson here, again, it would have been. I would have been awesome to get Wilson, Myers, and then I would take Brissett here and have that 3-stack with the Myers bring back. I think would be pretty awesome. We stand T-Law. See, I'm always afraid this is a psyop with crutches here, and he's like, oh yeah, have this bozo take T-Law so he drafts a dead team. But no, I think I will do a T-Law team. I think the ownership discount is worth it, but I don't feel super strongly. All right, let's do T-Law here. As Crutches is like, idiot, got him. All right, so T-Law, Chase Brown, Genty, Pittman, Jacoby Myers, and Trey McBride. So yeah, I think this is kind of a fun team. I don't mind how this came out from the 6-hole. All right, let's see what Hartman did. Chris G doesn't know. All right, Hartman. He goes Higgins, Pittman, Swift, Henry, Watson, and Williams. And Caleb Williams. Yeah, I kind of like Swift Caleb. I think that'll be pretty underdone. And we definitely see Swift get a little bit of passing work. So, yeah. I think that's kind of a fun game to target potentially. I think, projections are a little lower on it, but we've randomly seen some of those dealer games kind of shoot out more than you might expect. So I like that there. Pat Moore, what does he do? He does Rashee Rice, Brock Bowers, Emmanuel Wilson, Breece Hall, Dak, and BTJ. Yeah, like this team here. Makes sense. Now we do stand. I like it with Parker since lowest owned, says Crutches. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess I see Myers as kind of on the ascendancy, and I'm worried that the Parker stuff was a little flash in the pan. But I don't feel like super strong, and I can't say I've like done any great deal of in-depth analysis of the Jags, wide receiver situation there. But I don't mind the Parker stuff. Pat Moore, I honestly think I would have gone naked Brissett / T-Law, but didn't want to snipe you. Oh no, you can take whoever you want. Take whoever you want. Please never draft differently because it's a stream draft. So I would not have been upset because I did leave myself multiple outs. I took one of the reasons, the thesis of the Myers pick was it opened Brissett and T-Law, and I'm like, they're not both gonna go. That would make no sense, especially because Dak was still on the board. So no worries. Or T-Law, BTJ, Q-Tag. Yeah, definitely. And we've seen that happen. I think that does make sense. It should have been Dak. Oh no, because Dak could have made Hartman could have gotten Dak and Pickens. Yeah, Dak at pick 60. My God, how do we feel about Shaheed? I like Shaheed this week. I think he's going very overlooked. And so people are like, oh, he's been there 2 games and hasn't done anything, but they've been like weird games. One of them was that blowout with the Cardinals. They haven't had to use him. You could say they're about to play the Titans, so maybe it's going to be 3 weird games, but they also might be able to do whatever they want, and some of that might involve getting Shaheed up to speed. So they did just miss, I think in the last game, Shaheed, I think they like overthrew him on like a pretty open, like 30-yard touchdown. So he was getting some red zone looks too. I don't know. I'm into the Shaheed stuff. Crutches, I love Myers too, but I think both are better players in their current state than BTJ. Yeah, the BTJ is very hard for me to know what to make of him. Like, I guess in my head, I just default to like the guy we were taking at pick 10 and BBM, but we haven't really gotten that this year. So definitely some prior adjustment needs to be made as far as BTJ. Being that he practiced all week last week, was limited, and then didn't play, I assumed he was going to play this week. But we'll see. I mean, those high ankle sprains can linger all year. They can take a long time to come back from. Pat Moore, Shaheed probably doesn't project great, but can get there in one play. Yeah. The week I qualified, Shaheed had an awesome week, and actually was high on Shaheed and had him in a bunch of teams, but not even in the team that made it. But yeah, absolutely. Him and Alec Pierce are 2 like guys that if you see someone in a dog bowl, like taking a dog bowl, you can never be like, oh, that's a bad pick, because it's like, no, they can get there on 3 receptions. Brian says, saw Crutchers take Parker Washington a ton, and eyes on your own paper. Crutchers is gonna get mad, Brian. Pat Moore says, Dak doesn't project well, but I'm fine with him at the front. Yeah. I'm surprised Dak doesn't project that well, but I guess we know the Eagles D is pretty legit. All right. Let's see. Can't even remember. Did I go over? I stopped going over people's teams. All right. Let's see what Chris G did. I think I got distracted. Derrick Henry, Pat Mahomes, Justin Jefferson, Michael Wilson, Josh Jacobs, and Theo Johnson. So is not able to get his Mahomes stack. That's okay. And also passed on Worthy, who went undrafted. So yeah, no Worthy taken in this draft. Did I end up looking at Pat Moore's team? Rice, Bowers, Wilson, Brees, Dak, and BT. Yes, I did look at that team. Like the team there. Go AZ Cards. What'd you do? You got the Amon-Ra, J-Mo, Judkins, Goff, and then Goddard and Sharbs. So going for the goal line back there in Seattle. Don't mind him as the last round running back. Other options. I had been taking Tyrone Tracy, but I don't think anyone else is, so it could be bad. Maybe cooled on that a little. The game script might be not what they want, but I don't know. I could see Dart running a little less. It could filter to Tracy, maybe. Probably not. Probably just more Singletary carries. All right, Goods, what'd you do? Bijan, Olave, Ken Walker, Dart, Dubs, and Ferguson at pick 67, second to last tight end taken. Very surprising. Very late for Fergie. So yeah, kind of odd to see Ferguson that late. All right, crutches, what'd you do? JSN, Amon Ra, Kelsey, Kamara, Warren, and gets Darnold with JSN. So we've seen crutches take both Warren and Gainwell. I think that makes sense to play all the angles, especially if you're getting volume down to hit either side. If Warren's out, well, you just Q tag swap. If you're taking the Gainwell teams, you are potentially buying a running back getting 30% of the snaps, but you're also potentially buying a guy who's going to be a third-round pick by the time this contest closes. So like that stuff, playing both sides of that. Ingle X, let's see what you do. Gibbs, J-Mo, Devontae, Alec Pierce, Danny Times, and Mason Taylor, who I have not seen drafted, but don't mind him as far to just like late tight end du jour. Just hope your guy scores a touchdown. Nothing wrong with that. Merck's card says BTJ probably plays the most snaps of the three if active. Myers and Parker could swap snaps in 2 wide receiver sets. Yeah, that's possible. I guess I thought I remembered when they brought Myers in, they said they saw him as like playing in 2 wide receiver sets, but we don't know. And you could absolutely be right. And even if they do want him out there, it could be a swap as he continues to get up to speed. And they like what they've gotten out of Parker Washington. Like he's kind of forced his way onto the field. So yeah, I think all three are live there against the Cardinals. But everyone, this was super fun. I had an awesome time drafting with all of you. I will be on again tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. I will not be on next Monday because I will be traveling for Thanksgiving. So I will not be on in the morning. I'm going to see what my Thanksgiving week schedule is. It's probably going to be a little hit or miss, but I also think most people probably are, traveling and making plans. So I will let you know when I know what I'm doing there. But today was awesome. I had so much fun doing these. If you can, leave a like, leave a sub, and a comment. You can say your favorite late scroll or whatever you want to say. But everyone, take care. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good one.